Are you new to scale model building? Are you searching YouTube trying to figure out exactly what you need? Well, let me tell you, every scale model builder and new scale model builder in time will need more space and money, lots of money. This hobby isn't cheap. Welcome to Bench Time Builds. Today, let's talk about the bench. So today's topic is really about space, hobby building space. Eventually you will outgrow yours. If you're new to the hobby, when I first started, where I was working at this bench behind me, it was more than adequate. But over time, it got cluttered. It got harder to keep organized. So today I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough on the new hobby room that I put together and maybe speak a little bit about the benefits of it helping me in regards to building and, most importantly, keeping organized. That was a big problem. I was really a mess when it came to that. I like to buy kits, I guess. So let me show you what I put together. So let's start off where all the magic happens. We have the main workbench. Basically, this is where all the miscellaneous paints are located up here. There's some more up there. They're just bolted to the pegboard, but those are just basically nail polish racks. Miscellaneous tools. The majority of the tools that I use whenever I'm building are over here. They're on that. This here is more along the lines of extra stuff. Like, I got these steady nippers, but the ones that I use most of the time are these cuticle nippers. And the majority of the stuff on here is like that. A lot of the stuff that's on here that I really use is either something that I've made myself that I gravitate to, or something that is not originally meant for scale model building. So in this section we have glues up here, miscellaneous items, tools, items for scratch building, blocks, panel liners, liquid masks, washes, decal fixer. On the side corner here is basically everything for gluing. The glue applicator that I came up with. Toothbrushes that I turned into sanders because I wasn't going to go pay the spade to buy one of theirs. On the bench, majority of the time I have the build table that I made. On the bottom portion here is the majority of the sanding papers that I use, or sanding items. Then when we get over here is basically all the markers. AK markers are great, but the ones that I gravitate to the most are these TJ Maxx cheapy guys that I bought for like 19 bucks. Over 100, great, awesome, but I love these guys. And then some other markers that I've just collected over time. Pencils, razor saws are up in here. Scratch build, just a little storage spot. Tapes. There's a lot of stuff in there that I really don't use that much. That is like, let's see. We have masking tapes, two-way tapes there. Or no, excuse me, just scotch tapes. Leftover lenses for the magnifying glass. A small wet palette. In the Altoid boxes, just like miscellaneous paper clips, things of that nature. Display cutter, circle cutter. Miscellaneous stuff for display, calculators, notepad. And the bottom is just my soldering iron and stuff for that. So that's just the main bench. Up on top is, none of this is probably going to wind up staying here. It's just to fill up space. These little guys are great. I bought them for like, originally I bought them for like under $2 at Lowe's. They're awesome to put parts in as you're building. This here is a cutter that I purchased when I was building the Stake body, I rarely use it, but it's there. I got that. Meant to cut styrene or wood, I guess. That's the main bench. In the drawers is probably a lot of junk drawer stuff that rarely gets used. The stuff that really gets used is basically everything on this little stand. Pin vise, scribers I made myself, chisel I made myself, scribers and deburrs that I'm trying to see to use, favorite tweezers, trying to learn and see if I like these glass files, which are basically these types, but they're square, they're round, and I think one's pointed, but I'm trying to see how I like them. I guess they were originally designed or created for like Gundam models, but I'm trying to see if I like them. Yeah, just basically little things that I use, the things that I gravitate to when I'm building at the bench. So that's the main bench. Lighting, just an LED light that bolts onto the table. We have the whatever it is, arms for videoing. This was cool. I bolted on a nail polish rack, but then from there I added these LED lights to give me more light. Even though the bench underneath this shelf, it has a built-in fluorescent light, and then I added some LGB lights. These two lights are awesome. There's one here, and then there's one right underneath it on the back. Paper towel rack that I just modified to on the camera arm. I just put that on there. Then we have the Dremel. That's over there. So that's the main bench. Then we have the pre-built bench, like where everything gets kept. Like right now I'm working on the 85. It's an 84 Deserter, but I'm modifying it to be a 1985 Silverado. So everything that is related to that kit is here. Engine parts, all the 3D printed parts. I'll explain more in another video on what's going on with that. But the main build, everything that's needed for it is held here. When it needs to be put together or sanded or modified in some way, it goes to the main bench. Then once everything's done, from here, it goes to the painting section. Don't mind the lights. My lights ain't that great. This is basically pretty much where all the painting gets done. So now I have space to store some of the supplies for the airbrushes, excuse me. The airbrushes that I use, which they're all Amazon. I won't say cheap because they work good. They were reasonably priced. I originally started off with this guy here. But it does the job, you know what I mean? But there's nothing like Iwata and all those other more expensive ones. Everything is reasonably priced. Even my air compressor is an Amazon air compressor. The spray booth is Vivor. It's nothing real expensive. But pretty much in this area, everything that deals with painting is done here. You know what I mean? If I have to paint an interior or something, naturally I'll take it to the main bench. But when it comes to priming, painting, things of that nature, it happens here in this area. This is where that all takes place. And now the added benefit, because before I was that bench, and this bench was next to it in my bedroom. So basically, I just had that section there. Imagine all this on this table and trying to put a kit together. That's what I had. But now I'm able to put pieces over here, need to dry. If I need to clean the airbrush out or mix paint, I can do it here. I can paint, and then once it's done, I can put it back over there on the pre-built bench or take it over there to build it. So there's more room. Underneath is an extra storage box that's not filled, nothing in it. Inside that box is basically just scratch build, styrene, wood, things like that, and miscellaneous little parts that I can use to scratch build. So this is the painting and staging area for painting spot. The only thing that was really cool, I bought one of these guys. I don't know the name of it, but it's like a little mini drill press. I bought it on Amazon. I think I gave 80, 90 bucks for it, but I can't lie. Pretty cool. At the end of the day, will I use it? Probably not. But does it feed the addiction? 100%. So yeah, this is the painting section. Then from there, we move to the storage rack and the main addiction, which is, first off, kits. I will be making a video about another content creator that the majority of these kits have been purchased from, and down to earth, cool guy, great page, awesome scale model builder. If you're into weathering, awesome guy. But pretty much everything on here, and maybe a few others in the display case that I purchased from him. Reasonable prices too, because as I said, I don't know if I said it, 2 years into this, and I don't have a real like hobby shop other than like Hobby Lobby. I heard there's a Hobby Town, but I haven't had a chance to go there yet. He feeds the addiction, that guy that I buy these from. So that's it. So we have places to store the new kits. Then we have places to put all the supplies, all the extra paints, all the miscellaneous spare parts, miscellaneous items, extra sandpapers are all there. Mind you, this is awesome. Why? Because all this was all confined into a 5-foot by 9-foot area. Eventually, this over here, one day I'll get me a dehydrator and I'll place that there. So yeah, that's that. Again, I'm not really great at this. If you have any questions and you see anything you want to know about, just let me know. So there's that. Now, once we go from there, this is the display area. Once everything's done, it comes here. I've only built 3 kits so far. I've built the original 72, which was made after a truck my dad had. Second was the stake body, again, a truck that my dad had. And then the filler was the C3500 with the Bluetooth speaker in it. That's the 3 kits I've built so far. Other than that, there was the original addiction starter, the 73 or 74 square body, which I did the interior on and put a tarp on it and changed out the rims. So that's pretty much, this is the display area. Now in here also benefit, the 3 drawers, is all the extra supplies. Glues, extra sandpapers, cups, everything that I need is all in there. Extra supplies are in there. So yeah, there's that. And then those 2 other kits, the 72 short box, super custom, and the step side, those were also purchased from the gentleman that is on YouTube, that I will devote a video for him, because again, real cool guy. The other acquisition, the other thing that I got that's really, really cool is my first ever Johan kit, which is sealed in the box, and it doesn't just say it's a Gold Cup series, it actually says the Gold Cup is included. Awesome find. Garage sale find. Bought it with a whole bunch of other stuff. I won't even say how much I gave for it because it was that cheap. But awesome, awesome deal. Then I have my rookie cards, which are my Shaquille O'Neal rookie cards in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we have up on the walls just some miscellaneous stuff that's around to dress up the room. So that's the hobby room. So let me sit back down and we'll talk a little bit more. So that's the walkthrough. Hopefully, if you're still here, you'll be willing to listen to why I built the hobby room. I originally started building scale models about 2 years ago. At first, I was using this bench, Tinkerer's bench. That's what I do. It's like anything that deals with electronics around the house that somebody needs to be fixed, or how's it work, take it apart, fix it. I can do that. So the space I was working in was 5 feet wide in between the bed and the wall, and 9 feet long in my room. And that's where this bench was set up. So at first it worked out great. It was perfect. But then the addiction started. Adding tools, adding more kits, stepping into airbrushes. I started off with the little portable one, but then eventually I wanted a real airbrush, a real compressor, a real spray booth, and everything that came along with that. And it got more constraining and harder to keep organized, and missing parts and having to find them, taking things out of the box, put them back in the box. And so then I said, I got 5 bedrooms. 2 of them are being used for storage, so I just took the one that was next to me and I built the hobby room. So yeah, that's why. Will it change? 100%. Will I add more stuff? Yeah, it's an addiction. I'll add more kits, like looking for a dehydrator. So yeah, it will grow, it will change. But that's a part of the hobby, I guess, or my strange twist on the hobby. More means more fun. I don't know. But at the end of the day, if you're still with me, if you enjoyed the post, like, share, subscribe, YouTube stuff. Tell me what you like about the room, what you would change about the room, where you're building at. Leave a comment. At the end of the day, thank you for watching and enjoy the bench.